I'm outside the city of Beira, Mozambique, seeing for myself what some of the environmental challenges are here and how we as Christians should help. You see, people in Mozambique, many of them, are barely scraping by just to make a living. But one of the biggest challenges they're facing is deforestation. Now, this deforestation comes about by two main reasons. First is a commercial logging industry, which is mainly for the purposes of exporting overseas. The second is local logging, just by the people. What's happening is that there's a short-term gain, but a long-term loss. You see, people have to make a living, so they're going to cut down trees and make charcoal for cooking, for their daily use. But the long-term damage is a big challenge, because there's a loss of biodiversity, the animals leave, there's the loss of forest cover, the water table drops, less water. People have to walk farther and farther for their basic resources. In Genesis chapter 1, we see that God created all of creation before mankind and told all of creation to flourish and to multiply. And then He created us in His image, mankind in His image, and told us to flourish and multiply. And He told us to have dominion over the earth, to steward His creation. We were given this command before sin, but even after sin, we still have this responsibility to steward creation. This is our responsibility. It's a privilege. In Colossians chapter 1, 18, 19, and 20, Paul writes and says that God has given us reconciliation to Himself through Christ, through the blood of Christ. All things on heaven and on earth have been reconciled to God. And then in Romans, he says that we are ministers of reconciliation, this reconciliation that we are supposed to bring to the world, to mankind, and to all of creation. All of creation groans with eager anticipation for the revelation of the sons of God. And we are the sons of God. We have been given reconciliation. We bring it to all of creation in all that we do through the blood of Christ. Here specifically in Mozambique, what would reconciliation to God look like for all of creation in this context? We would see communities transformed by the power of the gospel of Jesus Christ. We would see farms and communities growing food not just for themselves, but for the community as well. We would see trees growing again on the bare land. We would see plants growing, flowers. The plants would be producing abundantly. There would be water for people close by. The water table simply would come back up. People wouldn't have to go as far to get basic resources for survival. This is what reconciliation would look like here in Mozambique. So will you come to Mozambique? Will you be one of those who brings about stewardship and the reconciliation of all of creation, of man to God and man with creation? Whether it's Mozambique or Mexico or Ukraine, the Middle East, there are opportunities all over the world. How encouraging it will be for you to see the land producing abundantly, people coming to salvation, coming to Christ. This is what we're called to do. Won't you come?